Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you doing today? How's life in your world? How's everything on this beautiful Friday leading into this weekend? I'm kind of super excited today because I get to do something I've never done before but have always wanted to tonight, and that is I get to go see a comedian. And I'm really excited about that because stand-up comedy has always been something very precious to me. It's always been a break from reality that I've loved ever since I was a child. So I've never been to a live show. Thanks to M, I get to go to a live show tonight. So I'm really looking forward to that. But that's not what we wanted to talk about today. Today, I mentioned a while back that I had done a podcast with a friend, and I would tell you when it was out, and it came out this week. And before I send you down the path to go find that, I want to kind of tell you I have not... We recorded this podcast like 5 or 6 weeks ago. It's been a while. And I don't remember what was said, and I haven't listened to it. And I think that's the thing. I think that's what I really kind of wanted to talk about was the fact that I don't listen to myself. I mean, I listen to what's in my head, but I know in this podcast we talked a decent amount about my perfectionism, and that podcast left me really thinking about it, thinking about how I'm not dark, but how much I can give into it. And I thought about why and how, certain things get done. And we talked at that time after doing this show that this was my imperfection on camera. And I think that in the almost 3 years we've been doing this now, 900 and some episodes, whatever that is, that's over 3 years, right? That we've been doing this. Almost 4 years we've been doing this. I think maybe I've listened to 6 of these. Maybe. And I think that's the reason I can continue to do them. If I listen to it, if I listen to what I was saying, I don't think I would ever release it. And the nice thing about this podcast is that's what this is. The gentleman who recorded it, his name is August. August and I have been online friends for ever. I don't know, a decade. We never met. He's Canadian. I'm obviously not. We have a lot of similarities in the way that we kind of approach the world. And this podcast of his is called We're Just Okay. And it's kind of just a platform for people to tell their story, whatever that is. He's he wants regular people to tell regular people stories about their lives. And so I started off that show, I remember thinking that I had a plan of where I wanted to go with it, but it ended up going in a whole bunch of different directions, thanks to August, because he kind of questioned me a couple of times, well, why is that, He's very good at being kind of a therapist. He just kind of sits back and listens, and then every now and then will interject with a prompt, and that was good. So I enjoyed doing it, and I have not listened to it, and I probably never will. Because if I did, I think I would probably be upset with a lot of the things I said. But I think there's kind of a bit of a meditative process to that. Like if I say it out loud, then that thought has already passed, and I can move on from it. And if I dwell on it, then it becomes a part of who I am. But if I just say it and let it go, and if it was something that I said that's not agreeable, then the hope is that that thought is past and I can move on and become a better person, maybe because of it. In 4 years of this, I don't think I've ever said anything that would get me in trouble, because I don't think that way, But the episodes that I have re-listened to are things that people have had harsh commentary about, and I've had to go, did I say that? I have to go listen now, So I would listen to parts of episodes to make sure that what I said wasn't, what was heard might be different from what I said. At least in my mind. It's obviously not true. When you say something and somebody takes it a certain way, then the onus is on you to say, no, that's not I didn't intend that. I'm really sorry. It's not on that person to understand the way that you meant it to be heard. That's just not how it works. Ask any poet. They'll tell you that's not how it works. So, go listen to the thing. If you have comments about it, you can meet me back here and post comments on this video. You can meet me on Twitter or Instagram and, tell me what you think, because I don't know what I said. And if I remember correctly, I rambled quite a bit. It's pretty much an hour-ish version of this show. Just Chevy saying stuff about whatever just pops into his head. And I think that's good from time to time, to just let things go and, let the world hear it, even if it means upsetting someone. And I think if you hold it in, there's no way to grow from it. I think sometimes you have to say things, maybe even hurtful things, just so you can understand people's reactions and understand how your thoughts and words and actions affect other people. Because if you never learn that, then you're going to be not good at communicating. That's all I have. I hope you like it. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking and commenting and subscribing and being amazing friends. Oh, the link is in the description to the episode. I appreciate you. And I will see you Monday. Alexa, tell me a random fact.
Artist Neil Harbison is completely colorblind, but has a camera on an antenna attached to the back of his skull that translates colors into sound. He can even hear infrared and ultraviolet.
What? Okay, I gotta look into that.